This is EA Sports PGA Tour coverage coming your way. Today it's live opening round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. All set to go, we take you to the first hole. Stepping up to the first tee, Frank, what are some keys to be thinking about at this point?
Really got to pick a decent target. Really focus in on that. Don't really worry about left and right. Nice, good full swing. Slow, if anything, off the first tee.
Excellent drive, Frank, right where you want to be. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
So the second of the par 4 goes begging, and now I'll have to rely on the short game.
Yeah, but a short game, as we all know, can redeem a lot of mistakes. See if he does it here. That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
Been a little too much of that, Frank, just sort of ho-hum pars. Teed up here at the second hole, Frank, this is a short par 4 measuring about 370 yards.
While it mightn't have the yardage, it's certainly made up in strategy by all the bunkering down here, Rich. And it's really two bunkers that you've got to, or two complexes that you've really got to worry about. One down the left, you see, is about 285 yards to carry, and then that next crop comes in just about 300 yards. So you've got to decide whether to go over the bunker on the left and short of the other one, or even lay up to the right, perhaps short. And that's where you realize this is very much a two-shot hole, and play it that way.
He's knocked it on the green, but not in a great position. This is a difficult chance coming up here. Long birdie try. Pretty good stroke right there. Just hit it through the break.
Well, it's that sort of distance. If it goes in, it's a bonus.
8-foot putt here. Just singes the edge, Frank.
Yeah, but at least he's burning the edges. You know you're hitting good putts.
So that's a bogey, and now to 1 over par for the tournament. Frank, 100 yards longer than the second hole. The third, 471 yards. What do you think of this hole?
This is totally different to the previous hole. Driver should come out of the bag here. And if you can take that first bunker out of play, which is around that 285, 290 yard mark, you can start to shorten this hole up a little bit. And, well, the longest hitters, they still might even get a short iron in hand.
In the fairway here at the third hole. Getting set now for the second shot here at hole number 3, par 4.
Now, this is not hitting in the right direction.
Well, it looks like it's going to be in the rough. Into the thick stuff. That's a difficult lie. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in.
Rich, I thought he could get this close.
That just is amazing. Just a mind blower right there. Absolutely incredible. He made the shot. Back over now to the 4th. Early in the round, still holding steady. Even par on the day.
Yeah, it's got that feel it could go either way here. Next few holes will probably tell us which way.
Frank, this one is veering far to the left. Frank, ball is in the rough here. What are the problems on this next shot?
Well, this is really where the skill level comes in. A good part, this is where the good player separates himself from the rest.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
And he's made it onto the green now. This one just requires a little bit of focus. One over for the day. Frank, this looks like a fun hole. The first par 5 of the day, 535-yard fifth.
Yeah, as long as you've got something that doesn't go left off the tee shot and doesn't go right off the second shot, you'll be fine.
Now the second shot to the par 5. That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from that.
Good, clean contact and a nice result. And a chance for birdie coming up.
It's that sneaky distance.
Just a little too much juice on that birdie putt, Frank.
It was bold. Very bold.
So a tester from 4 feet. Just trying to keep this round on track. Has that putt, stays at 1 over. Frank, a long par 3 here at the 6th, 255 yards. Club selection obviously is crucial.
Yeah, and length is very important here. Something that can fly high and land soft is obviously going to make that green play a little bit bigger. If you get a breeze off the right or left to right into, this hole becomes very challenging.
On the green in regulation. He has this for birdie. Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
Good par. Frank, this is like a big water park here at PGA West. We saw it at the 6th, and here again at the 7th, a challenging par 4, 346 yards.
I've never, ever seen anyone try and drive this green. So it's just a layup. You see the bunker down there in the distance. That really is the stop sign. So something that's short of that, but really what I prefer is try and lay up on a nice number. Something that you've got a full shot in, whether that be a 9-iron or an 8-iron or a wedge. You'd like to have a full club in here.
Well, that was a beautiful drive, Frank. Really good position to take advantage.
Sitting up beautifully in the fairway.
Regarded as a very accurate player, that shot says it all. Shouldn't be a problem here. Back to par for the round. Well, Frank, here at the par 5 8th, 559 yards. Looks as though the player's getting a break from the water, but there is some trouble out there.
Yeah, there certainly is bunkering both on the left and the right. Once again, though, par 5s are always an opportunity for the longer hitter. Even if you stray a little offline, then it just becomes a 3-shotter like it is for everybody else.
Nice position, short grass, second shot.
Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like. Into the tall cabbage, that ball is swallowed up. Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
Well, Frank, this is something we've seen more and more of in recent years. Players just on the fringe.
Yeah, it's good to see. It
moves into the top 25 with that birdie. Frank, the 9th hole, a par 4 measuring 452 yards. This is no picnic.
This is the toughest tee shot on the front side. The easy way to bail out down the left side, it might appear that way off the tee, but then it becomes a zigzag hole where it's very easy to clock up something like a 6. The bunker down that right side, just 300 yards to get past that, but it's almost like he gives you an option there. If you do want to challenge that right side, the bunker just might save you from going in the water. But there's no question. The best drive is down the right, but it's the most dangerous one.
Frank, I think that's going in the bunker.
Looks like it.
Getting set for this next shot from the rough, what does the player need to be careful of here, Frank?
Well, this is where we're going to see exactly how good they are, because, you know, that's not exactly the best lie, but it's sort of doable if you know what you're doing.
Just a couple of feet. Good stroke right there. That's a par, and he stays at 1 under. Just a superb performance on the front side. He's hoping to keep it going here on the back nine, Frank.
The game is so much easier when you're swinging well, putts are going in. Really, you've just got to keep out of your own way. Oh, beautiful swing, and the result is every bit in straight.
That's how you do it. Really good playoff that's at least 300 yards and in the fairway. Frank, for a long time, the stadium course at PGA West was thought to be too difficult for the professionals. How'd that happen?
It wasn't really unusual. A lot of Pete Dye courses, when they first came out, with the wooden bulkhead, so visually intimidating. It was such a departure from traditional golf design that players, they weren't very receptive to it. They thought it was too punishing, and yet now, we look some 20, 30 years later, Pete Dye's going to go down with the Mackenzies, the Donald Rosses, the C.B. McDonald's as one of the most innovative and one of the great architects that actually changed the direction that the game's gone.
Back in the late 1980s, the Tour Pros actually refused to go back to the stadium course. They signed a petition to get it removed as one of the host courses, a ban that effectively ran until 2015. But now the Career Builder Challenge will return to the rotation in 2016.
Got the measurement out there, Rich. Looks like 290 yards.
And now the second shot here at this par 5. Frank, that ball's sitting up like it's on plush carpeting.
Rich, if you and I had lies like that every time, we'd still be playing this game for a living.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
A sensational shot right there, Frank.
Oh, you start beating your chest after a shot like that. That's the best we've seen into this hole to date.
And with that, he'll go to 3 under. Frank, now another clever, small par 4, only 363 yards here at the 12th.
A couple of different options here, Rich. You can lay it up just short of where that nose of the bunker starts to poke out on the right side of the fairway. And you're going to be left with something in the sort of 140, 150 yard mark to the flag. Or if you want to get a little sort of greedy, you start to sneak it up there where it gets narrow. It's shorter, but it requires a better shot.
Frank here at the par 4 12th, getting ready for this approach shot. Good chance for a 3.
There is. Notice the contours on the green. They sort of slope towards the back and down that left side. So you can actually use that in your favor with this approach.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, that's a formality now.
Moves into second place with that birdie. And now we're at the par 3 13th hole, 214 yards. Well, look out. This could be wet, Frank.
It's heading towards the hazard.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Settles in over the putt. Now has a tie for the lead with that birdie.
Pep in the stride.
Now another short par 4. It's only 389 yards, but Frank, where could a player go off course, so to speak, at this 14th?
Well, this is a hole where you have to play your own game. If you're a longer hitter, I think you can challenge that bunker and knock it over there. And if you're shorter player, you should be only looking at that left side. You're always going to feel like you've left something out there on a hole like this. You always think you could have done the other option. But this is where you've got to stick to what you think is your game plan.
Always so nice, Frank, when that gleaming white golf ball is sitting up on those emerald fairways, the way this one is.
Yeah, the game almost appears easy when one is playing their second shot from the middle of the fairway, and you quickly forget how difficult it can be. You look left or right, game becomes much harder.
That is how it's done right there. What an approach shot. Goes to 6 under par. This is the second shot at the par 4. Down, little Sheba, down.
Oh, that's off the beaten track. You got 5 minutes to find it.
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Been this way all day. Airtight, no mistakes, solid shot.
And yet another green in regulation.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Now to the par 5 16th. Frank, this is a pretty solid hole.
Like all the other par 5s here, length gets a big advantage here. This hole, as you mentioned, bends to the left, and that bunker can be taken out of play by the longest hitters. 326 yards will get you past that. Otherwise, there's sort of a V shoot down the right side that everybody else has to respect. Great drive.
Came right out of the middle of the bat. Second from an excellent lie. Players bracing against these strong, gusty winds. Really a challenge out there. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. The bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Bit surprising, misses the green in regulation here at the par 5.
Yeah, you'd think this is one of the easier holes on the golf course. So now just trying to avoid 6.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Well, you can see it there. Feels very good about what he's doing. That's a nice par putt. Stays at 6 under.
Well, Frank, the most famous island green obviously is TPC Sawgrass, Ponte Vedra Beach, Florida. Pete Dye's creation. People forget this is also an island green here in the California desert.
And it's called Alcatraz, and I've never heard of anyone trying to break into Alcatraz. Oh, this is heading in the wrong direction.
Uh-oh. Frank, not easy to keep your eye on the target when you've just splashed down.
Yeah, but on the flip side, too, one bad shot doesn't have to lead to 2.
So hit the previous shot in the water, took a drop. This now the 3rd shot.
This looks like it's going to find the target.
He'll take that one all day long. Very solid, about 15 feet away.
It's no snack, though.
Don't leave it short. Wow.
It's created a big void now at the top of the leaderboard.
Double bogey right there, and now into 2nd place. Well, Frank, hopefully the player has arrived here at 18 in a pretty good frame of mind. If not, you have to be thinking, oh, here we go again. Water left. I mean, you could shoot 100 out here on this golf course if you don't have your best stuff.
Yeah, this is another example of, you're right, if you've got the bad mojo going, this is not the hole you want to be playing. Water left, bunkers right. Somewhere in between, though, this fairway.
Setting up in the fairway, 200 yards to where that hole is cut.
This has to go in the hazard.
It needs to get up or it's going in. Frank, you've just hit one in the water. You don't want to compound the mistake. What's the mindset here?
This one right here, you've got to forget that big blue oasis in front of you.
After hitting it in the drink, this is the fourth shot.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine. This scorecard is quickly adding up.
And he's made the green. And it's a long way to the hole from here. Never easy. Did a nice job with that putt. Good read, good speed. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Oh, I thought he had that. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. This one was just a nightmare from the start, and now he has this for triple bogey. So a 71 on the day. Second round coverage coming your way tomorrow. For our entire crew, I'm Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. So long for now.